Update 1 on Typhoon Vongfong, which is currently located just east of the Mariana Islands with winds of 105 miles per hour and a pressure of 956 millibars, a Category 2 typhoon. Its position is 13.8 degrees north, 146.7 degrees east. As of 3 p.m. UTC on October the 5th, the storm's expected to pass through those islands, closest to the island of Rota, just north of Guam, as a developing Category 2 storm, perhaps even becoming a Category 3 storm shortly after passing through the islands. Either way, intensification is definitely on the cards, and the storm could become a super typhoon this week, a Category 4 storm by the looks of things, as it gradually curves towards the north. Another distant threat to Japan as well, a little bit further south than Phanfone, but could be a threat all the same. Typhoon warnings in effect then from Guam all the way up to Saipan, including the islands in between Rota and Tinian. The storm's expected to pass between those two, just north of Rota by the looks of things. A direct landfall could be a possibility there, with storm conditions, typhoon conditions up to 105 miles per hour, perhaps even more than that, and of course stronger gusts and heavy rainfall for all of those islands. So looking at the sea surface temperatures remaining very favourable, 28 to 30 degrees Celsius, 82 to 86 degrees Fahrenheit, very warm and certainly conducive for further development as is on the forecast. Wind shear is also very low ahead of the storm, apart from a little pocket of higher amounts of shear over Guam and to its southwest, which is up towards the moderate range, but apart from that, very low amounts ahead, and dry air is probably not going to be a concern, a little bit just north of the northernmost Mariana Islands, but nothing in its immediate proximity. So looking at the model runs, the CMC, you can see how the storm develops, moves towards the west, stalls east of the Philippines, and then moves towards the northeast towards Japan. So an interesting track forecast on there. It's also worth noting that it moves a bit further north than what we're anticipating on that forecast as well. The GFS model, I think, is much more realistic, with the storm slowing down in speed a little bit before curving towards the north and heading towards the Japanese islands. Not close enough to the mainland to cause any real problems at first, but I think beyond the scope of that model forecast, we'll probably see it moving towards the northeast and affecting the mainland. So looking at the latest satellite imagery, you can see no real eye at the moment, at least we can't see a well-defined one anyway, but the storm is moving towards the west-northwest, already over those islands at the moment. Heavy rainfall, the spiral band's already gone past the islands, its leading spiral band towards the western side of the storm, and the central core is now traversing through the islands too. It looks like a lot of rain in this one, and of course we'll be seeing strong winds to typhoon force, probably on all of those four main islands: Guam, Rota, Saipan and Tinian. So typhoon conditions there, and the centre of the storm will probably pass over Rota, and we'll see some severe conditions possibly there. As of October the 5th at 3 p.m. UTC, Simon has weakened from a major hurricane, as expected, albeit, and is now a Category 2 storm. And of course we have two other Category 2 storms, Phanfone and Vongfong, all of those storms now with winds of 105 miles per hour. So in 2014 worldwide we've seen 63 tropical storms form around the world. 35 of those have become Category 1 hurricanes or their equivalents around the world, and 20 of those have reached Category 3 strength with 115 mile per hour sustained winds. 63 storms, of course, that's 15 off 2010, and indeed the three others above that as well. You can visit Force 13 on any of its 6 outlets. The website, force13.com, is the main place to be for all the goings-on around the world, storm-wise. Of course, the video pages will also keep you well up to date as well, at least when I'm not ill. YouTube and Dailymotion, just search Force 13 on those. As will the social platforms, Facebook and Twitter. Just search Force 13 there, at Force 13 on Twitter, if you wish to send a tweet or message or anything. And you can speak to me personally on Skype, at Full13 on there, for Tropical Weather Chat, as always. The next update on this storm will follow in the next 24 hours, probably at 8 p.m. UTC on Monday, October the 6th, but that's all for now.